what's up guys? I'm Black Magic. Welcome back to another video. And this is going to be another story time, just like the last two. But this story time, I'm just going to be talking about my middle school bus rides, pretty much. So, this was mainly in 7th and 8th grade. This is like the one bus driver I like really remember because of how much she hated me for like absolutely no reason. But I'll admit, I did some shit on the bus. But well, like other people broke the same rules that I did, but I was the only one that got punishments for it. So this like one time, I barely ate at school, and then my friend like on the bus, she just gave me like some food. It was like some like bread and cheese. I don't know why. I was hungry. I just wanted something. And she sees me eating on the bus, and then she like says that it's a citation. I'm like, okay. I didn't believe her because she saw this girl like eating a whole ass sandwich. So I'm like, okay, if she's not gonna give me a citation because she didn't get the other girl didn't get one. Then that same day, or like the next day, I got called up to the front office, and then the principal looks at me and says, "Yeah, you know you got a citation on the bus, right?" I'm like, For what?" He's like, "Eating." And I'm like, I told him I barely ate that day, and I was like really hungry. And he's like, "Oh, okay, I totally understand, but like the bus driver was pretty mad about it." I'm like, "Okay, I really didn't give a shit about the bus driver, so I really did not care if she was mad at me or not." But then one day we all got assigned seats, and then uh okay, so we got assigned seats, and I didn't want to sit in mine. Like no one did, but like for me particularly, she was just on my ass for like no reason. Like no one sat in their assigned seats, and I was one of those people. And then I was the only one that got a citation, for that. And I remember like so I knew I wasn't supposed to be like in like the seat I was in. So then what I do, I go to the seat I wasn't supposed to be in, and then I tuck my head down, so she couldn't see me. Then I just remember like the bus just stopping, and then I hear footsteps walking towards me. I'm like, oh, she's probably talking to another student. I see her just like standing over me. She's like, get in your damn seat. And then I'm like, I just start laughing. I'm like, oh, okay. And keep in mind, it's not like it was a huge difference. I was one seat away from my like assigned seat, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And then I just told like the principal that like, oh, I just simply forgot, which was a bunch of bullshit, to be completely honest with you. And this one other situation, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm 100% sure I did nothing wrong. So I'm on the bus, you know, like just like sitting down, and then the bus driver says, "Ethan, sit down." I'm like, I am sitting down, and like I'm at the time I was like 5'11" or like 6 foot, and she says, "Sit down." I'm like, I am sitting down. She's like, "No, you're not. You're lying." And then a bunch of other people on the bus that were sitting by me had to vouch for me and saying that I was. But she, for like a good like few minutes, she just didn't want to admit that she was wrong. I almost got a citation, but I didn't. And another thing with the citations, your parents are supposed to sign it. But like me, I'm like, no, I didn't want to get my parents to sign it because like they're probably gonna get pissed. So what I did is I just forged my mom's signature, and I got away with it. And I don't know why, but they just didn't believe me because I had my mom sign some stuff before, like I'm supposed to. So and like my handwriting is really bad, so they should have just like naturally saw and like or just like assumed that I was forging the signatures. And the principal did ask me if I did, and I almost slipped up and said that I signed it, but I was like, and I'm just like acted like it was a stutter. And then I said no, my mom signed it, and then he actually believed me, which he's a fucking idiot for, if we're being completely honest. So that's about it. The bus driver was just on my ass for like no reason. One time, like in 7th grade, like these other 8th graders that like I talked to, so they just got a stuffed animal for like winning a prize at like the school or something. I forgot what it was. I would think it was like a raffle or something, which was really stupid. But one of my friends, he pretends he was yawning, like he was stretching his arms. He opens the window, and then like he was stretching, then he chucks it out the window. And then the bus driver just like stops the bus. He's like, okay, if no one tells me who did that, then we're going back to the school, which she did because no one wanted to snitch him out because like that's like messed up. So we snitched him out, and then she was gonna call administration, and they were like, everyone on the bus is like, yeah, we're not waiting for that because like it was gonna take like 2 hours. So we all just like all just got off the bus and just walked home. I mean, I wasn't involved, so I probably just should have stayed on the bus because we all thought it was gonna take 2 hours, but it didn't. So yeah, that's about it. And I remember one day, our bus driver just like stopped like giving us rides, and they were like, "Oh, she probably quit." Cause like if I was a bus driver, I'd quit too if I had to deal with that. But no, she broke her leg. I'm like, okay, this is gonna sound really messed up. When I heard she broke her leg, I'm like, thank God, because I hated her. Cause like I wasn't the only rule breaker on the bus, but like I was the only one that got punishments for sure. So yeah, like, and then like even after she recovered, she decided to take a different bus. So it was kind of like she quit, but she also didn't at the same time. She just decided to take a different bus, which is understandable, and I'm glad because my new bus driver, didn't give a shit what we did. Like literally, kids brought vapes on the bus, and then like he saw it and he just didn't care. He didn't even like try to pull the tapes or anything. Yeah, that's about it, pretty much. I might do a part two with this, and also just like for like the next story time, a quick heads up: the story about Haley that I posted on Saturday. Yeah, she's like one of my friends told her about the video, and she's just like asking like why I'm making videos about her. So that could be another story time possibly. So yeah, that's about it. Uh, thank you guys for watching. I'll do another story time like later this week. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and you don't. And if you're subscribed, you could just easily unsubscribe. It's fine. Uh, thank you for the support, and see you guys next time.